What's good, everybody? This your boy Sledge checking in, and this is This One For Us podcast. I'm brought to you by JNS Soul Food Network and Astrology. What's good, everybody? This your boy Sledge checking in. This is This One For Us podcast, and I am with some of the dopest comedians in the 614 in the Midwest, and I'm with one of the best promoters in the Midwest, man. I got JR Jr., I got Funny Guy Fish, I got Jay Brock, and the OG Big Troy Smith. Hey, This One For Us. Let's go. All you guys host shows before at one point in time in your comedy career. JR, you hosted, they say like you one of the funniest in Ohio, from what I heard. Is that the truth?
I would say I'm probably one of the funniest comics in the Midwest, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm a terrible host.
He's the most underrated comic in the Midwest. I said it before. I say it all the time.
I'm a terrible host though. I don't host shows. I have, but I ain't the best at it. It's a certain skill set that goes into hosting. I just like showing up and being funny. You gotta host and shit. You gotta be on it. You gotta be there for everybody. You like the point guard. I just like scoring points.
Okay, so you Bron.
Well, you can say that because I ain't playing defense no more neither.
When they ask you to host, the first thing you say is what?
If the money's right, then let's do it. Fuck it. Apparently, you don't know I'm a bad host. Nigga, send a deposit, and I'll try my best. Realistically, I am gonna tell somebody I ain't the best host in the world for real. What I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna be like, look, I'm a headliner, but what you can do is you can get my guy Fish to host. That's what you can do. I'm doing that. That's what I prefer to do.
So honestly. You help you. Okay, so Guy Fish. So you host. Obviously, you're a better host than JR. I mean, so like
JR just want to get to the business, man. He want to get to the nitty gritty. He want to smack you in the face. I mean, hosting is it's an important job, and you got to. It's the host job to get the crowd ready for comedy. You know what I mean? It's like it's a hypnotism to the thing. So when the hosts get on. That first 5 minutes very important. Get them ripe and ready for when that first comic come on. You know what I'm saying? They ready to just rip and run. They don't got to train the crowd how to laugh. You know what I mean? It's an art to this. You know what I mean? So JR just don't like that responsibility. He like nigga, have them ready for me when I get on the stage because I'm a fucking.
But at the same time though, like it's just I think anything in life you should know your skill set. Like you know what I'm saying? If I'm cool with Manny Fresh, why the fuck would I make beats?
That part.
I know a lot of niggas that can host. Funny Guy Fish can host. Jay's a great fucking host. Roll's an amazing host. Danger's an incredible. I got a stable of hosts. Why would I go up and give a C-grade performance when I know 3, 4, 5 niggas that can give them A+?
What would you rather do? Would you rather like headline, first act, middle of the script?
I don't mind opening. I don't care being the feature. If you want me to headline, whatever. Just know your headline, just know your lineup. Because I'm not going easy because you didn't book it right. I'll bury your niggas if that shit ain't right. So book accordingly. But hey, listen, my child support does not care about this conversation. So if the money's right, I will open. I'll be the host outside the door checking niggas' ID if you pay me what I need.
All right, Fish. So I seen you at Funny Bone. The first time I seen you at the Funny Bone, and it was a promotion. It was a show that Big Troy was doing. Out of the 15, you were one of the few that stood out. Now, everybody was funny. I don't drink alcohol. So.
No, he wasn't.
Okay. So, I don't drink alcohol. You got to make me laugh, you know what I'm saying? And you one of the ones that stood out. At first, when I seen you, I was like, this is a light-skinned nigga.
What are you about to...
This might not go as planned, And it might not go as planned. It was right around the time, Drake and stuff happened. But when you do comedy, when you get on that stage, what's the first thing you want to do to pull in the crowd?
Man, I just want them to identify with me. You know what I mean? No, I'm just like you say. You look like a light skinned nigga. That I am. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna tackle that. You gonna talk about my hair. We gonna talk about how all of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm just here to have a good time. Matter of fact, Big Troy, the first person to put me on at the Funny Bone. So I ain't hit the stage if it wasn't for him. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, shout out Big Troy. Giving us opportunity to shine. You know what I mean?
Big Troy, what made you want to start doing? Helping out comedians and making sure that, they have an avenue?
Honestly, initially, it just came as something different to do. I had been doing promotions in the club since 2007. I had booked people, Yo Gotti. We did the Kevin Hart after party. That was really what made me start looking into comedy. And then when the Paul Strong Comedy Showcase started to slow down, taking it back there, I had told myself that I wanted to take over the Wednesday. So I was one of 3 different entities who were trying to take over the Wednesdays.
So Jay, you do a thing called Top Dog. Why you call it? First of all, why you call it Top Dog?
I just decided to call it Top Dog because, like, yo, you the top dog. Like, you the winner is the top dog. Like, you won. Because, like, I had to come up in comedy hard. The way, and, you know, JR probably came up harder than me, but, you know, compared to how the comedy scene is today, like, it's a whole lot easier. Like, people go do a couple open mics. The next day, you know, they throwing their own shows. They headlining themselves. That, you know what I'm saying? There's all kind of different avenues, which is great because it has totally changed, like, the landscape. Because, like, when I started, it was a whole lot of toxicity. But that went out kind of with the old guard. Now everybody is winning and having success. So it's not as much, you know, toxicity and stuff like that because there's too many opportunities in the game. But I just wanted to show people, like, hey, yo, this is how I did it. It might not necessarily, my way ain't the only way, but my way work.
So when you start doing Top Dog, how would you go, like, how you align to make sure that they're the top dog?
I set it up because, you know, like, I started comedy doing a comedy contest. So, you know, I got a sports background, so I believe in competition. Some people don't want to like to compete. Once again, if that ain't you, I ain't for you. I believe in competition. That, you know, iron sharpens iron, wit sharpens wit. That's why you'll rarely see me on a show with some lower level comedians. I want to be on a show with JR. I want to be on a show with Fish. I want to be on a show with Danger. I want to be on a show with Ro. You feel me? And I want us, you know, when Funny Guy Fish's last Funny Guy Fish Fest, oh my God, that was crazy. You had Black Daryl. You had my man Chevy, man, Free Chevy. We had Marcus Martin,
Deontay
Allen, Dusty Lewis. Like, it's just
Aaron
crazy.
Petway.
Like that must have been what, like, the 92 Dream Team practices must have felt like, because we all just walking around in there like, oh man, niggas is wild.
Yeah, I could have made about 2 shows out of that show. That's how, like we all headliners. You know what I mean?
Crazy line, full of headliners.
All out of towners too.
And everybody got busy. And I wasn't even supposed to be on the show. He just called me on the humbug like, hey, bro, it's snowing, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think people was going to show up. It was like, it was mid-January last year?
Yeah, January 21st.
Last year, and it was snow, everything. I did a show with all out-of-towner comics come through, and they all showed up.
Everybody showed up.
It was sold out, man. It was nice.
So to come back to that, I wanted everybody to just, you know, bring their best 5 minutes. One, I made it a bringer show. I just asked you, bring 4 people. My philosophy, which a lot of people disagree with, but once again, it's my philosophy. If you can't get 4 people to come see you do comedy, quit. You wasting your time.
The same way.
You wasting your time. You feel me? Because, like, being funny is that's a prerequisite to being a comedian. You're supposed to be funny. Now, is everybody funny? You know, it is what it is. But being funny is a prerequisite. I remember Braves Dave, God rest his soul. When I was first starting, he had told me, like, being funny is 10% of this game. That's 10%. The other stuff that goes into being in this game and you actually want to be successful and have continued success, because everybody can win their first year in comedy. Everybody and their mama want to come see you when you first start doing comedy. Can you maintain success year after year after year? Can you build year after year after year? You feel me? So for me, I wanted to create something that would set people up for long-term success. So bring 4 people. And then, like I said, I started out with contests. So instead of just the crowd picking the winner, or the judges picking the winner, they got their favorite person in the thing. No, you got to go through the judges. There's a criteria and things that you got to go through. You do a score, and then the top 6 scores, you know, then the crowd picks the rest. So it's only been a few times where the person that brought the most people actually won. Because, like, if you brought the most people and you don't make it into the final round.
I've been a judge before. It's a great criteria set up. We won't let you in. Yeah, we will sit.
Like, if you didn't kill it, nah, you're not going to get in. So now the crowd has to give an honest assessment of because whoever gets the most noise for somebody, you know what I'm saying, they get to move on until we just eliminate it till it's the last, you know what I'm saying, the last one. So once the person that brought the most people gets eliminated because they didn't kill it, then now the crowd has to be honest about who won, who made them laugh the funniest and stuff like that. So then once somebody becomes the top dog, the next month you ain't got to bring nobody. You already did your job.
You ain't even said the best part though. How much does your contest offer?
I want to say it was 300 for first place, 125 for second place, and 75 for third place.
And I just want to say, as a nigga who's won and competed in many contests, that's good money. And these niggas is lucky that I know Jay. Because I would come down there and take that free money from them niggas. But I don't want nobody to be looking sideways. Because what I'm trying to say is niggas should be on that because that's good money for a contest, especially if you just happen to be within the area.
Ain't no other contest doing that. Like, you know, like
exactly. Like even, you know, other contests, you got to go through rounds and rounds and rounds before you get you some money. You know what I'm saying?
And then only one person gets some money.
Yeah.
Like, I placed runner up in the Columbus Funny Bone, and all I got was a few pats on the back. That was it. A couple of attaboys.
Yeah, at first I was doing it just, you know, the winner take all. But after I did the finals where it was a $500 cash prize with all the winners that had won that year, just the looks on people's faces.
You seen somebody crying, nigga. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna have to.
I guess I'll just drive home.
Yeah. Like they spent their last to get there thinking they was gonna win that 500 and didn't.
Babe, we gotta find another way to get the Kings Island tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna front. When I won the Cleveland Comedy Open, I was broke as fuck. It was make or break. Hey, like, nigga.
Yeah.
Bruh, like, nigga, if I ain't win that contest, nigga, you ever looked at your shit and be like, okay, we probably won't pay car insurance that month. This the one we don't have to pay technically.
Yeah. Be like, that internet bill gonna have to wait till next month. Huh?
Yeah. Use your phone. You ever told your kids to use their goddamn tethering?
Exactly.
Use your hotspot, nigga.
Yeah. So when y'all all do shows at one point, y'all all have worked together at one point. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. What's the best about working from when you were a beginner to now that y'all are basically top dogs in the city?
When I first started, it was like, I was kind of an asshole. I'm not even gonna lie, because I just was like about that competition. Like I'm watching JR, you know what I'm saying, and I'm watching Ro, and I'm watching the guys and the Braves Dave, Money Mike, you know what I'm saying, Dick Dickerson. I'm watching them all, and I'm like, especially like seeing them at the Funny Bone, like yeah, I'm gonna be on that stage. So when I caught these niggas in the club, oh yeah, I'm getting busy. And then like, but
little Kendrick got you.
yeah, I'm getting busy. But then like you gotta like JR, nigga, I don't give a fuck. And then as you keep going, then you get to the point where you like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all talented, we all getting busy. Like it was friendly competition, but it was just, that was my driving factor when I first started. Now that, you know, I'm 5 years going, it'll be 6 years in April. Times that I didn't got to play pro ball with nationals and I'm getting buckets with them. Now it's more like, yo, these my brothers. Yo, we just gonna like, I love when we're on a show together because everybody gonna do their job, everybody gonna rock out, and it's gonna push everybody to go harder. Cause I'm telling you, go after this man right here, you better bring your lunchbox.
What?
You better bring your lunchbox, you better put your work boots on, your hard hat, you better be ready to go to work, cause JR don't let up on them at all.
And I noticed that because the first time I met you, I was at a podcast with my homies.
Yeah.
And you know, we was all at the podcast, and then we was just like, hey, this nigga's funny. Like, he's funny. So then he was like, oh, y'all think I'm funny? Well, come to my show. And then he was like, and we was like, oh, yeah, you know, we'll buy a ticket. He's like, oh, no. I got tickets on hand right now. So we all bought a ticket. We all went. And then that's how we got introduced to everybody in here. To be honest with you, we all sat at that Funny Bone and we watched everybody in their craft. And then it got to the point where we were just like, hey, you know what? We want to get these guys on the podcast.
That's back when we was open. So that was like 2022.
Right. And we just got, you know, I was calling everybody a danger. Hit you up, you ain't right back. It's okay.
To me?
Yeah.
I ain't know.
It's cool. I'm here now. That's the good thing. Look at God. Then, you know,
He said, look at God.
JR, you know, we hit up Ro, and then we came to find out it was put on by you. So then we just was sitting out here, you know, we just like sitting out here like, hey, what's the best way to get everybody on at once? You know what I'm saying?
Well, fun fact about JR. JR was actually the first comic that I was able to land as a regular on Wednesday Night Jokes. He broke away for a minute because he went to Verns on 161 and did you were doing the comedy night over there. Remember that?
Yeah.
This was like 12 years ago.
I was a new comic. I didn't know how hard it was to run a show, and that's the last show I ever ran, and I'll never do it again.
But
I don't run shows at all. I don't want to participate. I leave that to the professionals like Troy and Fish and them and Jay. Like, niggas don't understand how hard it is to. I don't even want to be there the whole time. Like, nigga, like, it's a lot of energy that comes into producing an event. And I think I think in producing anything, I think like my daughter just said, like, I want to do a podcast. And I was like, oh, word, you want to do a podcast? Well, go do your podcast then. Let me know how it works out. Like, it's hard to do shows, man. So, fun fact about Troy, since he giving fun facts. First time I ever performed for these niggas. They let me open up for Joe Blunt. This is the old Funny Bone. This is before they remodeled. I big bombed. It was terrible. One of my worst performances ever. And these niggas brought me back. I couldn't believe it. I was going to block them. That's how bad it was. Like, I was just going to block these niggas. Like, I don't even want to see them around.
I know that's a part of comedy. How do y'all be feeling after y'all bomb?
Like a bad sexual experience. You ever came too fast? That's exactly how I feel.
Especially if you got paid.
Whoa. So, like, when they bomb, I never knew this. So, like, when y'all bomb, they still pay. I guess y'all did sign a contract.
I'm here to do.
No, I'm going to pay. I'm going to pay regardless. But I mean, if you bomb, I bought people back before. There was a couple people I bought back after they bombed. But there was a few people I did bring back.
Sometimes it ain't your fault. Sometimes it's just, you know what I mean. Sometimes it's the timing. Sometimes it's the crowd. Sometimes you hit them wrong initially. Sometimes the first two sentences you hit them wrong and you can recover from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of factors. You might have rubbed them the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Or you could just be on a bad show.
On a bad show?
You could be on a bad show where like everybody before you died.
I've seen you resuscitate a whole show. I've seen him be on a bad show where everybody did bad. The show nobody was laughing until he get on the stage.
Oh, that's
teach him how to laugh. Then the next comic come on and all of a sudden everybody laughing. I'm like, at least see how he brought the show to life.
Oh, yeah, because I put my nuts on the table. I don't take
I ain't see him do that. I don't concur on that.
I don't take when I get in front of that crowd.
Serious.
Yeah, I get in front of that crowd like I'm R. Kelly, I'm P. Diddy, I'm Kobe Bryant. I'm not taking no for an answer.
Damn, that nigga named 3 rapists.
That nigga did. Ben Roethlisberger, bro. I'm not taking no for an answer, bro.
God damn.
3 rapists.
Tyson, go ahead.
I'm not taking no for an answer. When I get on that stage,
go ahead, put him to sleep, Cosby.
I'm not.
3 rapists in the world.
I'm not taking no for an answer.
Why them 3 though? Why them
Troy, what happened a couple weeks ago?
But on some real shit though, he can tell the truth. Well, JB mattered to me, so before I get into that real fast, me as the promoter, producer of the show, I experience a great deal of feelings when shows are doing well and not doing well. When Jay's mad, Jay'll, man, fuck this shit, man.
Just put me on stage.
Yeah, just put me on stage, man. Just let these motherfuckers know what time it is, man. Like, but he be for real, like, you know what I'm saying? We had a Thursday night jokes a couple months ago, back in October, and the people were getting kind of rowdy, kind of loud. Some people were in there kind of drunk. And, they were talking over danger. And I jumped up there and I said, man, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, because I was just that mad. But, at the same time, but Jay was like, you ain't have to do that because I was going to.
Because I'm in the back line. Just put me on stage. Shut the fuck up. Put me on stage right now.
What made you guys want to be comics and not do what y'all, was comedy y'all's first?
Comedy was the first thing that worked.
Dope was the first thing to work for me.
Different strokes for different folks, man. I was a terrible drug dealer.
I was about to say, I was bad. Like, nigga,
I sold everything.
I was a nervous drug
every
dealer.
narcotic there is to man. And I was terrible at it.
Nigga, I was a nervous drug dealer. I couldn't wait to get rid of my first pack. I ain't never doing this shit again, but I need this money. I want to buy some Jordans and be done with this shit. Like, nigga, try to sell weed, but I smoke too much. Like, I commend people who could do that. That's an enterprise. Maybe that's why these niggas run shows better than me.
No, I know in my situation, it wasn't like trying to show off. We were just broke as fuck, man. It was like 14 of us like in a 5-bedroom house, man. I ain't have no bed till like I was 11. My mom left us. Like, we was really fucked up out there. So I had to do what I had to do at the time when I was a teenager because I felt like that was going to, bring money into my household.
Fish, how did you get your comedy start?
I always wanted to do comedy, and I worked with a guy named Hassan Hancock. Shout out Hassan Hancock, and he was a coworker of mine. And after the pandemic, kind of during the pandemic, I was like, man, I want to find me an open mic and get out here. He had one of the only open mics that was still going on in the pandemic called Red Rock out there out east. And for a while, man, my first like 4 or 5 months of comedy, it was just Red Rock every Wednesday. I didn't realize there was other places to go. My first year after, I don't think it was a whole year in when I seen J Brock and I booked my first show just because I felt like I could. I was like, I know enough comics. So Fish Fest 1, he headlined. You know what I mean? He charged me way too much. But
I was worth it. I charged you way too late.
he was worth it. He was worth it.
Way too little.
But you know what I mean? That's how I met him, man. I seen him kill it. I was like, man, I want him to headline my show, man. And everybody I had on that show was doing real big things. You know what I mean? The first Fish Fest. I'm on my 6-1 coming up. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I started, just, you know.
Yeah, that first lineup, epic. If you look at the people that's on that first lineup and what they're doing now,
it's crazy.
like the fact that I was the headliner when you look, but I mean, that's kind of just where I was at that point in time.
It was in the little garage. I had it. Like,
And nigga, it was only $200. And then, nigga, it was only $200. You this nigga had me at.
I'm just talking shit. I'm talking shit.
No, he say that all the time. Like, man, he
shit.
charged me way too much. Like
I'm
$200.
talking
man.
shit.
Like COVID money too, though.
Nah, he ain't do me like that. He ain't do me like J Brock actually, he done shot me since then a lot of opportunities, man. We did Comicville together, man. He put me onto a lot of money in my pocket too. I just be talking shit when I say he charged me too much.
Man, I talk
You know
shit
what I mean? Like he know that. He had to clear it up. Like, I ain't really charging nigga. Just do the punk ass $200. Little punk ass
Wait till you see
$200.
my new rates.
hey, but he was a real nigga because when he came out, he knew, he was like, how we doing on sales? Like, cause it wasn't like,
you know what?
It was about 15 people in there. He was like, I was like, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna give you what you need. He was like, cool. But I felt like he was gonna be like, I mean, shit, just 150 is cool because I see you struggling. He was a real nigga, but I was like, you know what?
Yeah, he was a real nigga for paying me what he said he was going.
Yeah.
But I knew because one, he threw it in the summertime. Big fucking mistake.
A lot of shit I ain't know. A lot of shit. I ain't know.
Like you know,
I learned so much from that first show. It was crazy.
Yeah, he threw it in the summertime. You don't want to throw a show in the summertime because everybody wants to be outside.
Yeah,
There's too many
shit.
festivals. There's too many concerts. And then especially now, like since the pandemic has been over, like when they was whoever the big money people was when they was missing out on money, they done came back tenfold, and it's crazy in the summer. It's hard to make money in the summer.
Yeah, last summer was the first summer in a long time where you can do a lot in the summer. But there are a few weeks that are still good for comedy, but you know, you just have to check ahead because of the festivals and
You sold out All the Smoke in
concerts.
July, wasn't it? When in July, the All the Smoke show?
Nah, that was 420.
Oh, okay, April.
Yeah, it was. It sure was.
I
It was
not get on
420.
the 420 show. I must have been high when y'all was booking.
I think he was on the 420 show. You
He
high
was
right
on
now.
that.
He was.
Yeah, we was all on it.
He was like, how the fuck?
Makes sense.
Pulls up the flyer. Oh yeah.
That's my face.
Probably wearing his jacket and shit.
Yeah.
How did you get your start, JR?
Ironically, the same nigga, Hassan Hancock, he had this
Shout out Hassan, man.
show at Scarlet and Grey Cafe. I ain't really fuck with Hassan because I used to get to the open mic and I'd be a little bit late and he already had a list signed up. And I'd be like, yo, man, a lot of these niggas is shitty. Like, you should give me a spot. And he'd be like, the rules are the rules. So one time I went early and I got on the list. And then he gave me his number. He was like, next time you want to sign up, just give me a call.
Come on, man. You know, you want to sign up the list? I mean, you gotta get here early, man. I mean,
When I started with comedy, I fell in love with this shit, so I was hitting everybody up. And Troy was one of the niggas I hit up. I bombed in front of him, and he brought me back. And, you know, I've been doing all right ever since, kind of. I mean, bombing is a part of it. I mean, you know, you ain't gonna do well every show. It is what it is. I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like I bomb probably once every 3 months. So, I mean, I feel like if you check out the other 90 days, and, you know, my batting average is good enough.
he went so hard last night. You can't even believe he ever would bomb. Like, it's like, man, this guy. He went 45 minutes last night. Had everybody in tears. Everybody was stomach hurting. I'm telling you. I'm like, this dude is crazy. It was uncomfortably good. How good you did last night. It was because I came with him and people was walking by like, your boy is funny. I'm like, yeah, he with me. That's we rode together. That's my nigga. You can always tell Comic Palm when you look at his eyes when he get off the mic. Just in the eyes right now. It's so hard. I put on a fake smile. I be like, ooh. I get off the stage like, thank you guys.
I went first.
My eyes be watering and shit. I be like,
I told myself I would quit comedy if I ever got booed off the stage, right? So me and my niggas, the All Ohio Kings of Comedy, at the time it was myself, Ro, Danger, and EP. We do Troy's birthday party, but for some reason, we go up before Kid Capri.
So you know what? And I totally fucked that up because this is what I did for the lineup, and I beat myself about it. Even my wife to this day was just like, "Why did you do that like that?" So I had Mojo Flow opened up. Okay. And the Deal Breakers.
Killing shit.
Then they came, and don't get me wrong. I wanted them there because I felt like that they could bring, a dope element to the party, and they did overall. But I just felt like that maybe I should have positioned it different. And then, like you said, putting them right before Kid Capri. At this point, they just wanted to see Kid Capri.
So, time out. Even though I'm blaming Troy, I always say, nigga, if you a comic, it's always your fault. You give me a microphone in a room, I'm supposed to turn it around. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Ain't nobody fault but mine. So even though I'm joking with him, it's still my fault. But here's what made it worse, though.
Before I get on stage,
but hold on, for some reason, these niggas thought we was 85 South, and they said we all gonna go on stage together. I said, why? Why? Like, have you heard my material? My shit don't mess with y'all, nigga. Like, I can't, man. What? Then, man, bro. Then it was 2 mics, 4 niggas, 2 mics, 4 niggas trying to be other niggas before Kid Capri. It was terrible.
Y'all all went on the stage at the same time?
No, I wasn't even doing comedy back then.
It was
it was the original group.
It was me.
Who got their
EP, and
STNA?
Did y'all go on the stage at the same time?
Nigga, failure, bro, was terrible.
Y'all did?
Yes,
Yeah,
we got booed
EP.
off the stage. It was great.
They booed you off the stage?
Nigga, I would have booed us too. Nigga, Kid Capri, they seen Kid Capri bringing shit in. They like, nigga, have you ever seen Mojo Flow?
Yeah.
Nigga, Deal Breakers, nigga, Big Ray killing shit. Woo, nigga, they don't want to see me. Man,
And that's another cardinal rule. It's very few times that I've ever seen any comedy show or comedians do well after music.
Oh,
You always put the music after the comedy. You never put the music on before the comedy.
I agree with that. However, I think as a new comic, you should throw yourself as in many uncomfortable situations as possible. When I was a new nigga, I like performing at venues where they didn't expect comedy. Nigga, I want to perform at the PTA meeting if possible. Nigga, I used to go to all the poetry shows because at a poetry show, they serious as fuck. You can't waste your words. So when I go up here and tell these dick jokes, like all of this shit's got to be funny. Like all of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as soon as I tell something that's not funny, they going to be like, all right, nigga, they want to bring on Umar back or whatever the fuck they got going on.
Umar is crazy.
I mean, that's what I think about all them Hotep niggas. They the same niggas. They're all the same
Everyone.
niggas. You know what cure them, though, is when they fuck a white girl.
Before it come out.
You said what cures them is when they fuck white women?
Yeah, then they realize they got to drop all that shit now. And on some real shit, I got a homeboy doing bad right now, and I blame his girlfriend. And I told him, like, bro, you just need an ugly white woman to restore your confidence for like 6 to 8 months. I'm married to a black woman, by the way. She gonna hate all of that I just said.
Income tax season coming.
All it needs is 6 to 8 months, man. Get your confidence back.
She don't know you out here advising young
I didn't
black
say
men
marry her. I said,
sir,
take
get
white
yourself
women
together.
to help your self-confidence.
Many of comedians in the city that's following
Like
J.R.
who, Jay?
Money.
Like who?
Man, y'all know who they are.
What I'm really trying to say is don't call me for advice.
Comedy wise in Columbus, how do y'all feel this is? How's it going? What's your take?
I feel like white people don't like us.
Huh?
I hate to say that so blatantly. I just feel like it's an obvious divide in the scene, and it's kind of weird. I feel like they fuck with us, but they don't. And I don't know how else to say it. I'm the reigning Columbus funniest person via the Funny Bone. I'm unbooked. They recently had a top 10 of Columbus comics. I'm nowhere listed on it. I'm not really tripping on it. It's just weird that, 8 of the comics on the list was in the contest I won. I mean, it's bad math if you ask me.
He won funniest guy in Columbus, and he wasn't on the top 10 list.
There's an email that goes out. And if you're not a part
Email list.
of the email list, then you don't even know that this exists. The only reason why I know that it exists now is because I was in the Columbus Comedy Festival, so I got the email, because they don't just do best comedy, they do best bar, best restaurant, best, best brewery, best, if they did a list of the top comedians in Columbus, and it was like actually based off of stats and, shows and accomplishments and things like that, probably 80% of the list would be black.
Absolutely. Now, I was just going to say, my initial response, I was upset because, I'm putting on all these shows. I'm doing big numbers, doing more numbers than anybody in the city. And I'm like, this dude ain't come see none of the shows. He ain't named none of my comics. But like, Jay said, it was about the email, and that particular magazine doesn't have a black demographic or a deep black demographic. So
I wasn't even mad at the list. I looked at it and laughed. I said, I was happy for the people who was on the list, Because I was like, shit, whatever it was that y'all did was on radar enough to be on the list. So shout out to y'all.
Shout out to my comedy OG, Aaron Petway.
He made
number
the list.
4.
But to double down to what JR said about the white people not fucking with us, I mean, Columbus, Ohio is one of the best don't tell cities in Columbus. How many don't tells y'all been booked for?
I mean, and they always book me. I ain't gonna lie. Don't tell. Well, let me clarify what I said.
I ain't never got booked for one.
Let me clarify what I said. I mean, they fuck with me, but they don't really fuck with us or me in a certain particular
How many times
way.
you got called to replace a comment?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of opportunity in Columbus, and it's a blessing that there are so many lanes that, you know what I'm saying, a comic can go through to have success. But there is a huge divide. Like I had brought up about, you know what I'm saying, how many, you know, don't tells that somebody gotten booked for. And then it wasn't like I wasn't over there. Like I haven't got booked for one. And it wasn't like I wasn't over there when I was doing my Top Dog contest at the Attic Comedy Club. Like, you know what I'm saying, I really created like a melting pot where everybody was able to come and do comedy. First of all, nobody put more comedians on stage than me. Nobody used their own resources to get comedians more paid bookings than me. And nobody put more money in comedians' pockets than me, let alone how much money I brought through the door, how much money I brought in bar sales. But if you go to the Addicts social media right now, I guarantee you won't be able to find more than 5 posts of them promoting the event. But if you look at other people, events that they did that nobody came to, I'm not even in none of the reels. I have a reel there that I recorded there that, you know what I'm saying, like it's got like 4,000 views, while another person might have 100 views. And then nobody's at the show. Like I'm performing in front of a full bill. Nobody's at the show. They're boosting up the laughs in the video to make it sound like they're fraud as hell over there.
Hell yeah. And as a judge, you know, having the privilege to be a judge for one of Jay's shows, a few of Jay's shows, I can honestly say that they've all sold out. There was times I had to sit in the fucking hallway with the motherfucking sheet, you know, trying to, you know, couldn't see them, but had to listen to the comics in order to judge them, you know what I mean? And sticking my head up around the corner.
We sold out 10 out of 14 shows. And the shows that didn't sell out, they just didn't sell out. It was said, like, the sellout is 85, we might have had 82.
Right.
You feel me? And then everybody thinks that just because it was a bringer show, that the comics were the ones that were filling the building up. Au contraire, mon frere. I was sitting up here. It was me investing my own money in ads, investing my own time in promoting the flyer, hitting people's phones, like anything I could do to. That's how you came to it. You know, sending text messages out to get people to come to the show.
He kept the Attic open for the last year, and I don't give a fuck who said different. This man kept the Attic open for the last year. Ain't nobody did no numbers like him. Ain't nobody doing no numbers like him in there.
And
nobody.
Yeah, like the numbers that I put up
Nada.
are closer to somebody that had a weekly show for a whole year, and I was doing the shit once a month.
But as a comedy community, how do y'all think y'all can build together and get back on the terms of working the craft and not working the egos?
You know, you want my honest answer? Because this is something I thought about. This is something that I talked about a lot. And I try to exhibit that by just letting comics that I didn't know, comics that didn't have a lot of experience, get onto the big stage because I wanted to bridge that gap. Mm-hmm. But what turned out at the end is that, like, you know, people get the, you know, politics, you know, people get the feeling like they're entitled to shit. People feel like they're funnier than people feel like they can jump up ahead of people. And, you know, people listen to other people's bullshit and lies. So, you know, you put all that together and then you got, you know, comics over here and comics over there. You got comics who are funny as shit, but they might not have no emotion. You got comics that ain't funny, but might have a little motion, and then they're talking their little shit. But I tell you what really gets me upset about the whole situation and what I do, and it ain't about patting myself on the back, but for real, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the comics that I use a great deal of the time should get a great a great deal more endorsement and a great deal more respect because, you know what I'm saying, they did the bigger shows, they did the bigger rooms. You know what I'm saying, they opened up for national headliners, Tommy Davidson, Lunel, Bill Bellamy, 85 South, Tammy Roman, Kim Whitley, David Arnold, may he rest in peace, Faison Love, TK Kirkland. I can go on and on because I've been doing this shit for 12 years. They had a chance to go on the road and travel and, you know what I'm saying, and do shows with these peoples in other cities. And at the end of the day, it's like these fly-by-night comics, they be trying to boost them up and give them more respect than, you know what I'm saying, in the comics and my shows, like, you know what I'm saying, like my shows don't fucking matter. But like I said, we the ones doing the numbers, we the one packing them in. It ain't nobody in the city doing it like me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking no shit because I feel like that anybody can do a show. I don't care about you doing a show, but you gonna do it right. But ain't nobody did it like me. You know, I've been trying to bridge, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing for a great deal of the time. Like I said, that's why, you know, if a comic came to me and was just like, hey, I might not have seen them even perform, but I'm gonna let you get up on stage. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna judge you. I'm gonna let you get up there and we're gonna see what the crowd do. You know what I'm saying? But don't turn back around and try to shit on me. You know what I'm saying? No, we ain't playing it like that. So, you know what I'm saying, this year we're coming real aggressive. Wednesday Night Jokes is coming back. Thursday Night Jokes is coming back. We got Look, Listen, and Laugh hosted by J. Brock yourself coming. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be different, and, you know, we're going to kill the game.
When it comes to, you know, because we're all men on here, and it was kind of hard for me to find a female comedian. What is y'all take on female comedians?
There's some strong ones.
There's some dope ones. There's nothing more dangerous to be on the show with than a female comedian. Because a female comedian that can work the room, it's going to make it tough for because let's be real, majority of the crowd is women at comedy shows. Right. So if you got a woman that connects with the women in the crowd, it can be rough going after that. That's probably one of the higher degrees of difficulty in the comedy game. So there are a lot of dope female comedians, you know, in the state of Ohio. There's some really, really dope ones. Coming off the top of my head, Megan Hill, Shinky.
Absolutely.
Let me see, Pretty Hustle. She gets busy, even though she be in and out, but you get her on stage, she get busy. Corinne Turnbow, yes. My girl Key Silly out of Cleveland, she gets busy. You know what I'm saying?
Giselle.
Dizelle. Yeah, Dizelle gets busy.
Monster.
Shout out Shamika Skinner. She's the funniest bitch in Columbus. Also, Amanda Adams is funny. It's a lot of Hannah Rose.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, I don't be liking to say the one is the funniest than everybody else because there's a lot of
Jules
talent
Wagner
here.
is really good.
But there's a lot of dope female comedians that, you know what I'm saying, that's doing their thing, that's really pushing the culture forward. Love what they're doing over at Hashtag. And it being an alternative to like the boys club that's at another club.
It's funny because the first interaction I've seen with you in a comic, the dude, we was at the Funny Bone, and dude went over his time. And everybody was flashing the light on, bro. Went over his time, and then they cut off his mic.
Yeah. So remember we was having a meeting in the back, and I was like...
They cut off his mic?
Troy told him, they cut off his mic.
Yeah,
you went on after him.
Yeah, because you had to do less time. Everybody was asking me like,
come on, Big Troy, that wasn't fair, man. You had my time cut.
He went over, and everybody was laughing. You know, they turn off the mic. He get off the stage. Big Troy say, "Come here, I'll holler at you." Took him outside the door. Dude, you know, they the same, you know, he bigger, but they the same height. He's skinny, bro. Came back in like he got a stern dad talking to, I don't know what he said to him.
I understand I'm a bigger, you know, taller guy, man, but I don't always try to use that to intimidate nobody, man. I just be trying to talk to you straight up, man. If I'm upset, you're going to know I'm upset. If, you know, I'm feeling some kind of way, I'm just going to let you know how I feel. I mean, I just think transparency is the way to go.
Troy's a really good guy on the inside. He sells popcorn and soda. He's fucking, he's an amazing dude, bro. He got his own popcorn, nigga. And it's delicious, bro.
It is.
For real?
Man, it's fucking fire, dog.
No punchline.
Yeah.
It's popcorn.
What's it called?
Glass City Popcorn?
Glass City Popcorn?
Well, exotic popcorn.
No disrespect. But any nigga who sell popcorn gonna scare me, nigga. You sell popcorn and pop, nigga.
You a popcorn
You
dealer?
fizzy, nigga.
I noticed that y'all all sit in rooms together a lot, and y'all, you know, there's a new guy. What do you say to the new guy?
Nothing.
In my head, it's kind of like selling dope. I want you to get off the block early. Like, just get off the block, man.
I usually try to give my game, but a lot of times in comedy, people give their opinion unsolicited, and you never want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? You never want to be the guy for some new comic to get off stage, and you're like, come here, let me tell you something about yourself. Come here. See, nigga, hey, you put your phone away, nigga. Don't be on, like, nigga, I ain't asked you nothing. Right. So unless you come to me and be like, hey, man, how'd I do? I done have people come to me, I'm gonna send you this video, let me know what you think. Then I'm giving you my unsolicited opinion. Now, all right, nigga, stop sitting down. You know what I mean? Speak up. I'll give you my opinion. When I first started comedy, Jason Banks tried to sick JR on me, like, hey, JR, put him under your wing. Me and JR,
he was already cool.
We didn't mesh well. Like, it took years for me to be like, oh, this motherfucker knows what he look.
It's just because this nigga says things like you're welcome. Who the fuck does that?
Be a knife.
That doesn't mesh well with me.
But to double down on what he's saying, plus also, just because a comic has been doing comedy long, this just goes out to any new comedians watching. Just because a comedian has been doing comedy longer than you does not qualify them to be a mentor.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because all they can, especially like if they're in the same rooms as you all the time, they probably can only tell you what not to do. And you can see that.
Yeah, that part.
You can see that. You ain't nobody got to tell you that. You can see what not to do.
Personally, I don't talk to comics until they talk to me, and they don't know rules shit.
My goodness.
It's just honestly because, first of all, I'm not really a people person. A lot of the times, especially, I got my first day job in my life right now. A lot of the times you see me come to the show, I've been selling cars for $10. I've been talking to motherfuckers I don't already all day. I don't want to talk to you niggas I don't even know.
One of the most stupidest questions a comic can ask when they get off the stage is, how did I do? Because, nigga, you know how you did. They was laughing or they wasn't laughing.
Now, what I will do is if I know somebody's serious and they holler at me, I talk to them in private. Because, A, I don't want to be no nigga that's... I don't want to feel like I'm big brother and no nigga. Like, I'm never going to talk to
it's
no
happened
nigga.
to me too many times. I stepped off the stage. Somebody like, come here.
The way I always hit comics up...
Hey. I'll turn that and try that. I'll be like, I ain't asked you shit, dog. Like,
this, nigga.
But I gotta be nice. Thank you.
What you say, Dr. Lee ain't my
I'm walking
damn
around
dad.
like, this nigga, who he think he is?
But that's something that's also kind of lacking in the game. Like I was blessed to be able to have like a dope ass mentor when I started off at Mark Gregory. You know what I'm saying? And he had a class that he taught. It's a 2-year span that really taught us how to write jokes. And, you know what I'm saying, and come off the cuff and be, you know, improv and things like that.
I've always wanted to be a comedian. I took a class in my English class. It was a comedy class. And then the final thing was your final exam, you had to do 10 minutes at the Funny Bone. I took the class and we just learned how to write comedy. And I took everything that I wrote, put it in my 10 minutes. I did well, but it's crazy that you say that because not everybody I knew that did it, they ever said that they wrote, like they had somebody teach them. Mm-hmm. So I felt that was kind of, I think I got something different from other people in the right state. So a lot of the people in Dayton, I still follow them on Facebook and, you know, they still do comedy. But
it's a whole comedy Bible a lot of people don't know. Like, shout out Dick Dickerson when I first started, he put me down. Because a lot of people just learn from the streets. You just go out there, do open mic, they think they know what they, you know what I mean? But there's definitely a format and, you know what I mean, a guideline to how to write jokes. And like I said, it's a hypnotism, man. It's just a real...
Yeah, because when I started off, I was all confidence and cuss words.
Confidence and cuss words.
That's all I had. The wild stories that I had that I was telling and that able to, you know, one, shorten them up. So, you know what I'm saying?
Trim the fat.
Yeah, chew the fat. You got to trim that fat. Man, I've just been blessed to have like some really good mentors. Like I said, Mark Gregory mentored me in, you know, on how to write jokes. This man, Big Troy right here, mentored me in how to produce shows. You know what I'm saying? So like everything that you get from me, you get from somebody else. You know, They say, you know, Picasso said, you know, good artists copy, great artists steal. So I've stolen a lot from people. I ain't stolen no jokes, everything that I say, but there's just different little things that's just like helped me create who I wanted to be.
Even Kobe had a shooting coach.
He learned all this shit from Mike.
In 2025, where you see JR Jr.?
I would like to see myself even on child support because them niggas took my passport. I didn't know that if you was behind, they'd take your passport.
Yes.
Like, I could drive around with no license. Like, nigga, who's going to know? But I can't actually leave the country. That sucks. 2025.
As a comedian, not as a parent.
Well, New Year's Day, I'm dropping my special. I'm playing with the idea of putting that special on either Pornhub or ComedySlaps.com because
OnlyFans.
I really want to put it on Pornhub, but I got a lot of Christians in my family, and I know they won't watch it. So it's like I got to do.
You don't
something
think
else.
they on Pornhub?
They don't want you to know. They can't. They can't admit it.
Yeah.
You act like they got usernames, like they be making comments and shit. But now, on a relatively serious note, in 2025, I'm be honest with you, man. I'm taking it easy. I'm doing what I can. It's funny because I just want Columbus to come together a little bit more because I didn't know none of these niggas didn't get booked at some of these particular shows. Because to be honest with you, I actually get booked on both sides, but it's always weird when I show up at a place and it's just me. At the same time, I always tell comics on the other side, like if you really want to get sharp, you got to come on the urban side because everybody gonna give you different views. White folks more about wordplay. Niggas, we more about being loud, unabashed, act outs. We like silly shit. But, you know, white folks like the classic shit. They like the callbacks. They like the,
Story.
you know what I'm saying, jokes you could take to work and shit like that. They like crisp punchlines and shit like that. So I just feel like if you could bat from both sides, it's only gonna make you better, no matter what side you're on. So I just want more unity. That's all. But in 2025, even on child support, dropping a special, and you could catch me somewhere. I don't know. Laugh with JR on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me, niggas.
All right.
And Caucasian folks. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say because you be on both sides. Big Troy, what about you? What you got going on in 2025?
Wednesday night jokes, still pushing that definitely. Thursday night jokes, going to get some elevation with that. We're going to take it on to the inside and start charging admission. And then we have Look, Listen, and Laugh that's hosted by yours truly, Jay Brock. To give you guys an idea of what that is basically, I felt like I came up with an idea to have the Instagram comics convert over to a comedy show. So we're going to do like skits and stand-up all together, kind of like a ridiculousness with stand-up. So
Ridiculous. Oh, bad.
you know, as far as my sodas go, they're talking about my sodas. You know, anybody goes to Fresh Time, January 1st, my sodas will be in Fresh Time, all in Ohio and Northern Kentucky.
That's dope.
Yeah, and I'm also Wylands Market, and I'm working on being a regional popcorn distributor for Fresh Time too. So, you know, we'll see how that goes.
Where can they find you?
Oh, Mr._Smith614 at Instagram. All my pages will be under there.
Man of many hats. I like that. How about you, Fish? What we got going on for 2025?
Fish Fest 5 should be, live in February and March. I'm trying to get it at the Funny Bone if I can get a good spot there. This is my big bro, man. He be doing this fucking thing. She continuously teach me shit, man, when I see him on stage, man. I want to be just like him. But yeah, he don't know it, but he gonna be busy next year. He gonna be busy, just as busy as I am, man. We all gonna be busy, man. 2025 is calling our names, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing it a long time amongst us. We work well together, you know what I'm saying? So any endeavor come through, I can holler at Big Troy about a venue. I can holler at Jay Brock about anything. He helped me with shows, shit. Jay Brock done been on 3 Fish Fest shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, so Fish Fest 5 definitely. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Funny Guy Fish, all one word, like a pimp named Slickback.
You know, where can we find you at, Jay? And what's up with 2025 with you?
You can pretty much follow me on all social media at JokemanJ. In 2019, I was the Rookie of the Year. 2023 was my MVP season. I was everywhere. I hit all the major clubs in the state. I was everywhere. I got, awarded one of the top comics in Columbus in 2023 for the Columbus Comedy Awards. You know what I'm saying? That's when I kicked off Top Dog. So that was definitely my MVP season. 2025, I'm coming for that chip. Everybody got different goals in comedy. My goal in comedy is to be a nationally headlining comedian. I always tell everybody, like, I'm not a comedian. I'm a hilarious hustler. That's why my hashtag is all hustle, no hype. Because everything that I did it off the muscle. Brick by brick, step by step. Every opportunity was earned, not given. I don't kiss no ass. I don't take no shit. I give it to you real and raw. I'm willing to help anybody. The better that the market is, the better it's going to make me. The more profitable it's going to make me. I just want to take it to the next level. Like right now, just getting ready for a big 2025, man. I want to give a big up to Big Troy, having me host Look, Listen, and Laugh. Our first show should be in March. We're working on getting all the headliners lined up. It's going to be a lot of names that you know. Think of myself as like the Master P of Columbus comedy. Like, I'm going to get it out the trunk.
You got the hookup.
Yeah, I got the hookup. I got a large network of people that can get to it. And if you trying to get it, man, I want to see everybody win, everybody eat. Even the people I don't fuck with, I don't mind them eat. They just can't eat at my table. Big things come. I'm ready to get in comedy special mode. Like, I'm really ready to tell my story because people see this version of me and don't know, like, what I went through to get here. Like, I done been in a drug raid before. I done got locked up before. I done been homeless before.
Live PD.
Yeah, live PD.
Whoa. You was on live PD?
Yeah, that's what actually kicked off my comedy career. Yeah, that's what actually kicked off my comedy career. I was on live PD.
Hey, you got to do a spoof of that same shit again.
Yeah, I was on live
We gotta
PD.
run that. We gotta run that,
That
Jay.
was the first time I went viral on national television.
So we're going to wrap this one up, man. I want to thank all these dope comedians. I want to thank Big Troy because I know he made a way for a lot of these guys. And I just want to thank them for blessing their time because they are busy. They are working. They are busy, man. Once again, this is This One For Us podcast brought to you by JNS Food Network. Also brought to you by Astrology. Also, I'm rocking Legacy, the apparel, man. Make sure you tap into that. And just follow my guys, man, because they're dope, man. Hey, we are out.